An unspoken terror is looming around the NBA. This is the fear of continuity. Many fear that the current crop of superstars in the NBA is the best that will ever be. The level these stars play is super elite, and sadly their legacy won't live on. Will this be the last we see of King James, Assassin Curry, and the likes of many other NBA heroes? Oh no, that's not the case, and these superstars are so good that their skill is deeply rooted in their blood. Fear not. Today we're going to focus on the relatives of some of the biggest all-stars in the game who also play the beautiful game. It will amaze you how much talent runs in these families. Are you a fan of NBA family basketball? Just like me, the most interesting dynamic deep dive into the lives of your famous basketball stars. Get ready for the unexpected twists and turns as we explore the relatives of NBA all-stars who play ball. Let's take a road trip to the home of the greatest, biggest forward in the NBA, the Big Shark, legendary Shaquille O'Neal. In the O'Neal family, there are 6 kids, 4 of which are basketball players, taking their dad's legacy to the heights fitting for a family dedicated to sports. Shaq's third child and second son, Shareef O'Neal, is a professional basketball player who plays for the NBA G League Ignite of the NBA G League, wearing jersey number 8. Shareef stars as a power forward and a center. He's 6 feet 10 inches and weighs 102 kilograms. He obviously didn't take the size of his father, but he has the aggressive, intimidating, and scintillating moves like his dad. Under the rim, Shareef has shown clear warnings that he is a mighty force to be up against. On either ends of the court, attack and defense, he is a winner. Shareef's immediate younger sister, Amira O'Neal, grew up very close to her dad, and that close relationship triggered the love of the basketball game in her. From the very first day she picked up a ball, she never looked back. Amira is a college basketball player for the Texas Southern University Tigers of the Southwest Athletic Conference. Amira, who is standing at 6 feet 2 inches, is said to be a spitting image of her dad on the basketball court. She plays exactly like Shaquille did during his playing days. The third of the 4 children is Shakir O'Neal. Shakir is still in his grooming stage to become a star, playing as a forward for the Texas Southern University Tigers. Shakir has shown big signs that he could also be an NBA superstar just like his dad. Finally, last ball playing O'Neal, who also happens to be his last child, Miara O'Neal, is also a fun-loving teen who has great love for the sport and is dedicated to it as well. She said so many times that her happiest place is on the court. Wow, same happy place as Shaquille. Moving on from the O'Neals, we take a short visit to the home of another legend who, just like Shaq, has won many championships and is called the GOAT. I'm talking of none other than the King, LeBron James. LeBron James has to be the headliner for this video. He has 2 sons that are dominating their peers on the court. They are Bronny and Bryce James. Bronny is a super talented high school senior basketball player who has had the world amazed for years now. LeBron has said that his dream is to play a season in the NBA alongside Bronny. However, LeBron has also said that his biggest asset in his home is Bryce. The younger brother of Bronny is also a college basketball sensation. Although he might not get to share the court with LeBron, LeBron has admitted that Bryce will conquer the NBA when his time arrives. Now to the Curry family, an NBA generational family. The Currys have produced so many stars in the NBA and conquering the game at the same time. Back in the 80s, there was a Curry that was so important to all 5 NBA teams he played for. His name was Wardell Curry. Dell was a phenomenon in the NBA, playing in the billion-dollar franchise from 1986 to 2002. But then, what he gifted the NBA is beyond phenomenal. Dell Curry is the father to 2 superstar NBA players, the babyface assassin himself, Stephen Curry, and his brother, Seth Curry. Enough cannot be said about these 2, although we can't say one is a legend and the other is a certified superstar. Steph Curry is the greatest gift Dell gave the NBA. This is because his son is the GOAT of all shooting guards. Talking of brothers, there's a home of giants, a brotherhood great in size and great in the game. This is the house of the Antetokounmpos, 2-time NBA MVP, 1-time NBA Finals MVP, and 7-time NBA All-Star, the Greek Freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo is not the only Antetokounmpo in the NBA. He is in a brotherhood of all ballers. Giannis's elder brother, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, plays alongside Giannis for the Milwaukee Bucks as a small forward and sometimes a power forward. Their younger brother, Kostas Antetokounmpo, plays for Fenerbahce in the Turkish BSL and the EuroLeague. And before we leave the Antetokounmpo home, we hear that someone's left. Oh yeah, the youngest kid is also a big baller, Alex Antetokounmpo. Alex is also a professional basketball player of the Wisconsin Herd of the NBA G League. Still on the brothers playing ball theme, we have the Balls next. The Charlotte Hornets superstar LaMelo Ball is from a family of NBA superstars. LaMelo competes in the league against his own brothers. And here's one of the many twists and turns in this video. LaMelo is the most popular and most successful of his brothers, but then he is the youngest of them. His eldest brother, Lonzo Ball, Ball, who plays for the Chicago Bulls in the NBA. Next after him is the middle child, LiAngelo Ball, who plays professionally for the Greensboro Swarm of the NBA G League. These many call the great families of the NBA. And speaking of greats, let's pay respect to the greatest there was, the Mamba mentality, Kobe Bryant, the great legend who passed away on the 26th of January, 2020, to a tragic air crash that rocked the entire world. A sad night that took a gift he was preparing for the NBA. Gianna Maria Honor Bryant, who followed her dad's footsteps on the court. Sadly, a crash took away a treasure and a gift on one ground. One flight, same night. May their gentle souls rest in peace. Speaking of greats, here are some other NBA All-Stars that got to paint a beautiful NBA family picture. The great Dennis Rodman passed on his NBA Barton to his son DJ Rodman. The mighty great Dikembe Mutombo also has a huge prospect in his home, Ryan Mutombo, son who is a superb basketball player. Eddie House also has a son who's a point guard for Bobby Hurley at Arizona State. His name is Jalen Hurley. I know we've spoken of the brother relationship in the NBA, but then what of brother-sister relationship? Yeah, we do have one popular person, all the way from Memphis. The Grizzlies' biggest star, Ja Morant, has a superstar basketball player as a sister, in person of Tanaya Morant. She's a junior at Houston High School, learning the game day after day, summer after summer. Her growth in the game has been a massive progress. Here's a fun fact for you all. Ja Morant and his sis Tanaya have the same trainer. Isn't that wonderful? Do you remember Scottie Pippen Sr., a key player who was part of the dominant Chicago Bulls dynasty of the 90s? Yeah, him. He's the senior to another baller, his son, Scottie Pippen Jr., a Sierra Canyon graduate who joined the LA Lakers as an undrafted free agent. Still on the seniors and juniors of the NBA. Next up, we have the amazing all-star Kenyon Martin Sr., who passed on both his name and balling skills to his son, Kenyon Martin Jr., who plays as a small forward for the Houston Rockets in the NBA. Shining the light a bit on the 90s era, there was an NBA player who had a short stint in the NBA back in the late 90s. This player's entire career spanned only 32 games, from the years 1995 to 1997. His name was Melvin Booker. Although Melvin's career wasn't the best for the history books, he however gave birth to a son who grew up to live the legendary life Melvin had dreamed of. His son's name is Devin Booker. Devin has grown so rapidly in the NBA that he's rightly regarded as an active NBA All-Star. Capping this wonderful trip through NBA All-Star families, we have the history-making family, one of the most popular and adored families in the NBA, the Holiday family. This family has been responsible of producing 3 extraordinary basketball players. In December 2019, the Holidays made history by being the first trio of siblings to feature in the same NBA game. These superstars that wear the Holiday name so proudly are namely Drew Holiday, Justin Holiday, and Aaron Holiday. These are few of the many NBA All-Stars that have relatives who play ball as well. It's important to note that basketball is not just a sport, it's a culture, a tradition, an art, and an identity. Most of all, it's life.